All righty. Let's rock and roll on a Monday morning with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you know what? I've got to start with the good. It means one thing today. That's right. Mark's bleary-eyed in there. He was up all night putting together his 17 parlays for Thursday and Friday. 16 games apiece. That's right. How you feeling there, Mark? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I just did Thursday.
Oh, you just did your
Thursday for now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be shaking you down for some of those parlays as the week goes on, if that works for you. So, Selection Sunday yesterday. To me, it's the unofficial kickoff of spring. And listen, for the local teams, Mizzou's lost 19 straight, so never in the picture. Kansas State knew by probably Saturday it was not going to dance. I know Jerome Tang tried really hard, but once there were 5 bid stealers, as they call them, you knew that Kansas State was not getting in. They had to beat Iowa State on Thursday at the very least. And then, on top of that, you had a KU team that landed a 4 seed. And by the way, Kansas got a pretty dang good draw as a 4 seed. KU plays Samford in their opening round game. Now, Samford is the 7th best three-point shooting team in America. And for a KU team that can't guard the three-point line, that's a little dangerous. That game actually scares me more than Gonzaga or McNeese in the second round in that 5-12 matchup. But here's the tidbit that you should take away if you're a KU fan. Kansas basketball has been a top 4 seed in the NCAA tournament for 23 straight years. Basically this entire century. The kids who are at KU right now have never been alive since KU was not a top 4 seed in this tournament. To put this in perspective, the next longest run is Purdue and Baylor with 4 straight seasons as a top 4 seed. KU has done it 23 years in a row. And in what has been their worst season in, probably going back at least those 15, 20 years, they have a great chance to get to a Sweet 16 if Dickinson and McCullough are healthy. So how about that? That's the good from the weekend. The bad, well, a new ad has been put out by the Chiefs and the Royals on the yes vote for April 2nd. And they've got a pastor, Ron Lindsay, who they've got now trying to shake down the taxpayer for another 3/8 of a cent for 40 years.
The Chiefs and Royals are a central part of the personality and the character of our city. To keep the Chiefs and Royals in Jackson County, I'm voting yes. Question 1. We're talking about better than $1 billion of private investment from the Chiefs and the Royals for more jobs and small business growth benefiting every community with no new taxes. Vote yes on question 1.
All right, I guess it's safe to say that the Chiefs and the Royals are worth Pastor Lindsay's Red Lobster money, all right? Is that a safe bet?
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money.
All right. Oh, Jesus, come on. That's Pastor Lindsay saying that, yes, the Chiefs and the Royals are worth my Red Lobster money. Now, are they worth your Red Lobster money? That remains to be seen. We don't know the answer yet. But I'll tell you right now, I see a lot of pros and a lot of benefits to voting yes. I see a lot of benefits to voting no. I understand both sides, which is why I'm just kind of talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly, no pun intended, of each one of these ads that come out, how everybody is handling themselves. And frankly, I think a lot of people are handling themselves poorly on both sides of this right now. But this ad where you hear from the pastor saying no new taxes, regardless of how you feel about this, regardless of whether you're a yes vote or a no vote, it is a new tax by every definition. It is. If somebody loans you $100 a month for 2 years and you agree to those terms, and then they say they want it for another 2 years, that's a new tax. That's a new loan. It doesn't matter that it's still $100 a month. When you agree to 2 years and they want 4 years, guess what? That's a new loan. That's new money. That's extra money. So as long as they're going to keep pushing this no new tax thing and they assume the voter is dumb enough to believe it, I'm not going to buy it. And I'm not going to sit here and just go along with that, even if I do see benefits to voting yes, which I do. But please don't insult me along the way. Now, the ugly from the weekend. Still keeping tabs on this missing University of Missouri student, Riley Strain. He disappeared while on a fraternity trip in Nashville. Most recently here, as of yesterday, his bank card was discovered on an embankment by the Cumberland River. So the last we saw of him, the Mizzou senior was asked to leave Luke's 32 Bridge. That's Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway in downtown Nashville. But the restaurant made it very clear in a statement over the weekend that they served him one drink and 2 waters. And basically, because he was so drunk, they told him to go home. Surveillance video shows Strain stumbling and falling in a parking lot at 3rd Avenue and Church Street around 9:45. Surveillance footage found him at 1st and Gay Street at 9:47. His phone last pinged at about 10 o'clock. And now what we know is we've got his bank card discovered on an embankment by the Cumberland River. So it's a terrible situation. It's obviously not looking good for the Mizzou senior. And it is our ugly. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly as we approach 8 o'clock on KCMO Talk Radio